Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sita and I make videos about housemanship in Malaysia. So today I want to talk about just that, how to apply for housemanship in Malaysia. This is the video that I wish I had watched before I actually applied because it took a process which should have taken 6 to 9 months, twice the amount of time. So first I'm going to break down what are the steps that you need to go through to apply for housemanship and make it as a houseman. And the second part is specifically the first section of the application, which is the online system that they use, and all the mistakes that you should avoid because I've made them for you and it's totally not worth the time and effort, I can tell you that. So the first thing you want to do the moment you graduate is you want to open an account on Merits, otherwise known as Medical Register Information and Technical System. So last time you would go to MMC and submit all of your documents to the Malaysian Medical Council in KL, and now you just have to do it online, which is super awesome. However, there's still a lot of things that can go wrong, so please pay attention. The first thing that you do is Merits. The second thing is, after you get the thing that you're supposed to get from Merits, you use that thing to apply to SPA 9. Now it's basically the Suruhanjaya Perkhidmatan Awam, which is the government service, and that's typically the time that people spend most of their time waiting. And you know the notorious story of how long it takes to do housemanship, right? So that's not really a surprise. The third thing is when you do your E-housemen, which is a whole other video on its own, which is when you choose the hospital that you want to go to. Then you have your PTM or Program Transformasi Minda, which is an online orientation. Then you do an orientation in the hospital before you actually start working as a houseman. So what are all the things that can go wrong when you apply for Merits, right? These are all the things that went wrong for me. So let's go by them case by case. The first thing that happened was I created my account when I was not in Malaysia. So my first problem was I couldn't update my profile. And I'm just going to skip to what the answer is, right? If you encounter any technical difficulties, just email unitsementara.mmc@gmail.com. They're incredibly helpful, and whatever your issue is, you can sort it out. You can also WhatsApp the support team, or they can direct you to the people that will be able to help you out. So don't just sit idly like I did, assuming that things would work out, because they didn't. They cost me like months. So just email unitsementara.mmc@gmail.com, right? The second thing that happened was, by this time I had already returned to Malaysia and I was physically in MMC. And even though I could update my profile now, it turns out that my citizenship was Indonesian. So here's the weird part. When you create your account, you only put in your name and your IC number. So how in name did I end up coming out Indonesian? I don't know. Maybe I had an Indonesian IP address when I was making my account. I really don't know. But this issue took months to sort out. So if it is in any way possible, please create your account when you're in the country. So the most important thing you want to remember is your name. Every single time you input your name anywhere, please make sure it is your name as per your IC. So when you create your account, make sure that name is similar to your IC. If your name and your IC differs with your name in the certificate that you, like your degree, immediately get a statutory declaration or a surat akuan sumpah that's going to be stamped by a Suruhanjaya Sumpah or Commissioner for Oaths. And don't wait for them to point out like, oh, by the way, your name is different, so please like fix your application. Don't wait, just do it. Just take the initiative. Look, oh my god, the name is different, and get the statutory declaration out there. Now, so the fourth one is, if you graduated from a foreign university, you have to do this thing called PSV, or Primary Source Verification, through a website called trueprofile.io. There's another website you can use, but this is the one I used. This takes up to 2 months. So if you're a foreign graduate, you can apply for this, like just do it immediately, because it's going to take time. They're going to ask you for it, and it's better to, like, it doesn't make sense that you create your merit system and stuff, your merits account, sorry, and then you find out that you've got to do this. So if you're a foreign graduate, you have to apply for this. And the fifth thing that you want to pay attention to is, if your application is taking a long time, like longer than is necessary, you can hound them. You can just keep texting them and spamming them and calling them, because I've heard this over and over again. bureaucracy, red tape, I don't know what it is, pandemic, everyone's stressed, we get it, okay? But if you're really bothered by the fact that your application isn't moving at the pace that you expected it, make the initiative to bug them, and it will eventually go through. So if you're required to submit where you graduated from, if you were in Russia or in Indonesia, for example, if the language is different, just get the English version and the original version and have certified true copies of them both and upload them as one PDF under 2 megabytes, because it just doesn't make sense. Like every single time it's reviewed by the officer and then it goes to the next stage and then they catch something that's wrong and then you've got to do it all over again. So just give them all the information that you can, like, right up front. Alright, so just to recap: merits, SPA, E-housemen, orientation, actually starting to work. And then when you're applying in your merits, don't forget to contact them if you can't update your profile. Be wary of where you apply because of this potential citizenship error. Please pay attention to your name everywhere, your university degree, your IC, the account that you create, and if there's any discrepancy, immediately just get a statutory declaration. If you are a foreign graduate, apply for your primary source verification immediately and make your payment, apply for SPA, E-housemen, and in the future I will tell you what you can do to make sure that you get the hospital that you want, whether or not, say, preparatory courses for housemanship are necessary, and more mistakes that I made along the way that you should avoid. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do so if you want to be notified of what goes on in my life when I'm about to embark on this journey. And if you have any questions or if you're a friend of mine, then please say hi to me in the comments. See you in the next video. Good night.